Lester Pipps. I am the one and only person who should be telling you any kind of apocalypse tips because I'm the one who knows what you got to do to survive an apocalypse. Now you might be thinking, okay, come on. I see they use got like this bunker behind you, but does that really make you qualified? That doesn't even look like a real bunker. Well, okay, interesting point. Let me tell you right now that this bunker behind me is not a real bunker. It's a picture I got online. And you might be thinking, well, why? If you was really in a bunker, why would you do that? Well, it's very simple, okay? I want you to know what my bunker looks like just as much as I want you to know how you's gonna die, which to be clear is, I don't want that. I don't want that for anybody. I don't want you to know how you're gonna die, and I don't want you to know what the inside of my bunker looks like. Because what if you think, wow, I should steal that guy's bunker? You can't. This is my bunker. I live here. There's room for me. There's room for my son. There's room for any of my son's friends who he recruits, which so far has been none because he's not actively recruiting because my wife said he has to not do that. There's room for her. She does not want to come. And there's room for Dr. John, who is dead, which is unfortunate, and a fully functioning Popeyes Louisiana kitchen franchise location because what we got to make sure we preserve into the future of any kind of humanity that lives after an apocalypse is a representation and appreciation of Louisiana culture. And the only way people can understand how great Louisiana was is to try them Popeyes Louisiana kitchen spicy chicken strips. Because I'll tell you what, I don't want to live in the future without those. I'll tell you what, I don't want that. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Lester, so what you're telling me is a lot of good stuff, but so far I still don't know why I should trust you at all. Now, I'm having trouble pulling up the chat window, which is frustrating because I'm thinking to myself, well, what if you all is chatting with me and I can't see it? I don't know why that is. Just hold on a second. This is frustrating because every time otherwise than this, it's just been like right there, but I can't see it. What do I got to do? Hit live now? Probably. Okay. So, hey, there it is. Now that Connor, I'm so glad you're here. See, I would have called you out sooner because, you're my friend, basically. You're basically my internet friend now, Connor. But I didn't have the chat window open, but now I do, so that's good. Okay, back to what I was saying. All right. Prior to the apocalypse, which is obviously all the COVID that are out there trying to eat us all, what I was doing was going door to door across the country to any place that would have me, giving speeches about how you're going to survive an apocalypse. Now, for the most part, that was comedy stand-up over mics, mostly in the Los Angeles area. I can't explain that. It's just how it's been. But that's what it's been. So in my travels, I've been meeting all kinds of people who have opinions about the apocalypse. And I'm sending out a mass email to all of them saying, hey, who wants to come give advice to any listeners who will show up on the internet? And by God, it's been awesome. We got 3 great guests coming up for you later. I do want to say a very important thing. The Pack Theater is actually the folks who's let us have this stream so that we can get the word out to you, which is very important and very good for them. Very good for them and good of them. Very good for you as well. And so if you were to want to say help them out, you could donate to Pack-Theater on Venmo, at Pack-Theater on Venmo. I know we're all in trying times, so maybe you ain't got money to do that, which fair enough. Hey, but if you do, help support live comedy and also this very important live informational stream. Now, well, Connor says he's honored. Great. Thanks, Connor. I'm honored too. And Brother Wags says, do you watch the classic TV show All in the Family in the Bunker? Bunker in the Bunker. Oh, I get it, because on that show, that's Archie Bunker. I have not watched that show. As you can see behind me, in this fake bunker, there's no TV, and in my real bunker, well, there is, but I haven't watched that show. All right. Now, we do have a very important thing to get to before we get to our guest, which is, as you may know, if you've seen this show before, every week, I call a Popeyes location and ask them about that recipe. Because if I don't get the recipe to Popeyes Louisiana spicy chicken strips, well, then I don't know what I'm doing, right? So far, they have not given it to me. I believe I've been put on a list, and they say not to talk to me about it. But I'm going to try again. So here we go. I'm making a phone call. Okay. I plugged in my phone. So now you actually is going to hear it real loud. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to hear it very well at all. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I can hear it. Okay, we're switching back. It's not gonna work because I can't hear it. It was a good idea though.
Thank you for calling Popeyes. This is Roland. How can I help you?
Hello, Roland. Thank you for answering. I'm very excited about that. Very often when I call y'all, they don't answer. My name is Lester Pipps, and I'm calling because it's very important to me that I acquire the recipe to your Popeyes Louisiana Spicy Chicken Strip.
I'm sorry. You're looking for what? A recipe to what?
The recipe to your Popeyes Louisiana Spicy Chicken Strip.
Okay. So you want to order a chicken strip to go? Is that for delivery?
No, no. I called you because I'm looking to get the recipe to your Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strip.
Well, we got a 14-piece family meal. That's $24.99. That's plus tax, and that includes a 14-piece chicken, 2 large sides, 7 biscuits. You're gonna pay with cash?
No, I'm not. Listen. I'm willing to pay any amount of cash for the recipe to Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strip.
Well, we got a 2-piece chicken dinner. I mean, it comes with a 2-piece signature chicken, regular size.
I'm not trying to place an order. I'm telling you, I will give you any amount of money if you give me the recipe to them spicy chicken strips.
You want a recipe to spicy what?
Okay, you know what I'm saying. I'm saying spicy chick strips.
Oh, I see. This is one of them crank calls, huh?
No.
You pranking me?
No, I'm not pranking you. This is for real. I am living in a bunker, and I'm trying to preserve spicy chicken strips into the future of humanity. Make sure they survive the apocalypse.
Okay, I get it. I bet you want to ask me if my refrigerator's running too, huh?
No, I do not. I don't care if your refrigerator's running. I hope it is because if it's not, then the chicken's going to get spoiled. But all I care about is getting the recipe.
Go ahead. Go ahead and ask me the question. Ask me if my refrigerator is running.
All right. Ronald, is your refrigerator running?
It's rolling.
Roland,
yes,
I'm so sorry.
Because all of our chicken is fresh to order.
Okay. Roland, can I ask you one more question?
Yeah.
Can I have the recipe to your Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strips?
No, but you can order a 14-piece family meal.
I'm not going to. Roland, thank you very much, man. I'm gonna have to try again another day.
That's $24.99 plus tax.
No, I'm not making no order. I'm just trying to get them real spicy chicken strips so I can make them at home. Get the recipe. You know, I'm gonna call back next week. Okay.
All right. I'll talk to you then. Bye bye.
Good luck. I'm not sure why I wished him luck. It just felt right. Well, that's unfortunate. You know, these Popeyes places, they're not so keen on giving out the recipe, which, you know, fair enough, it's proprietary information, but you'd think they'd want to help me preserve their recipe into the future of mankind. Now, I do want to say I have a producer. His name's Ezra Potter. That's at Ezra Potter, at Ezra Potter on Instagram, and he's been collecting questions for me from folks. That I have a question to ask myself that comes to me from at Dollar Slices, who, wow, he looks exactly like what I assume Roland looks like. That's interesting. He says, what have you been eating since they won't give you the recipe? Wow, it's like he already knew they wasn't going to give it to me. What I have been eating is mostly carrots. Now, let's get into the show here. I got some questions in the comments, but I'll get to them later, okay? Because we got to get to our first guest. Now, our first guest is somebody who I met one time, and I do not recall where. So let me just bring her out here and we'll talk about it. Her name is Anastasia Amex. Anastasia, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Les. Oh, my God. Wait. Sorry, 1 second.
Oh.
Yes.
Just taking a moment to text, even though you're live on a show.
2 drinks at Soho House.
Okay. Anastasia, you're live on a show. Now's not necessarily the best time to be taking a text.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Les. You know what? I'm so rude. I'm really sorry.
I might have to agree with you. That was pretty rude. But listen, I really appreciate you coming on to the show. So I'm gonna cut you some slack, okay? Now, Anastasia, you came here because you wanted to tell me a little bit about how you've been surviving in this whole COVID times. Is that right?
Gosh, honestly, like when I came and saw you speak, you really inspired me. So first of all, thank you. And I really do apologize for texting. Like I was just texting my like love guru, and I'm just feeling like really disconnected right now. And honestly, as soon as you started talking, like I felt connected and I felt inspired. And so all of a sudden I texted him and I was like, I don't need you anymore, you know?
Oh my God. Wow. Well, I mean, hey, the power of learning how you're going to survive an apocalypse tips is real, I suppose.
Yes. Oh my God. You're so smart and you're funny. You know, I've been like laughing this entire time, you know?
Wow, and it only just begun. I mean, hey, that's fantastic, Anastasia. I'm very happy to hear it. But so you was telling me you got some kind of a thing going on trying to help you get through the apocalypse. Is that right?
Oh God. A lot of it, honestly, is just connecting with people. I feel so like, this is terrible for me to say this. Like, I'm kind of grateful for the fact that this whole thing is like happening because it made me realize, you know, my connections and people are what's important to me. And
Yeah.
man, it's like my friends are my family, you know? I'm
Yeah. Are you quarantining with your friends and family?
I am quarantining with my friends. Richard Branson. I'm on Richard Branson's island. I'm not allowed to
Oh my
tell you.
God.
And yeah, I'm there with like their family, and I won't tell you which family member, but I will tell you it's the second hottest one.
You mean Richard Branson himself?
Mm, yeah, because the first one's obviously his wife.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's amazing. Now I didn't realize you was friends with Richard because if I remember correctly, we met at an open mic in a place called the Comedy Underground in Seattle.
Yes. Oh my God, that was so funny. Oh my God. I was like, honestly, whenever I like saw you, I'm like, I feel like I've known you forever. You know? I was like, and as soon as you started talking, I'm like, holy crap. I feel like I know so many people that I can connect you with. Oh,
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, and we did a little bit of connecting at that moment when you introduced me to some other folks.
yeah. Oh my God. Do you, are you wanting to do like, this on like a tour? I feel like you should tour the country right now. You are like effervescent. I can't stop watching you.
Anastasia, can I tell you something? Prior to this whole COVID situation where I had to go into underground into my bunker, I was touring the country. That's why we met. I'm surprised you forgot about this. I was the one touring the country at the time. I was going door to door to any place that would have me, which for the most part was comedy open mics.
It's freaking unbelievable because you know what? You should be at the Paramount, all right? You know?
Paramount. That's a big theater in Seattle, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and it's not just like anybody. You know what? I know the booker for them. Do you want me to contact you for him? Because like, I honestly, I can feel it. I can fully feel it.
That'd be fantastic. After all this COVIDs is gone, once we clean up all the COVIDs out the air, then maybe I would do that. But I gotta ask you, Anastasia, how you know them? How you know the Branson?
Oh my God, we go way back, and oh, it's such a boring story. Like you don't want to know. You don't want to know about it.
No, that's the thing that I asked you because I wanted to know. I'm not one who asks questions they don't want to answer to.
You're so funny. Oh my God.
Okay, that wasn't a joke though. Well, I'm funny when I joke, but that was me trying to seriously explain my point of view.
Your point of view is just so funny. Oh my God, you're freaking killing me. Please go up on stage right now. Like, take my money.
Not a comedian, very serious apocalypse tipster. But I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless. Clearly, you're not interested in answering my question about how you know Richard Branson. So I suppose I will move on to a question from the chat. Brother Wags says, I love her artwork. She has a much nicer bunker than you. Okay, well, to be fair, this is not my real bunker. I'm not going to let you see my real bunker. But how do you feel about Brother Wags liking your artwork there?
Thank you. Oh my God, thank you so much. So I just so happen to know somebody at Christie's, and I got like the lowdown scoop on it. I paid probably about like a cool like 15 mil. Like, oh, sorry, I'm sorry. I freaking hate talking about money. That's like so gauche, you know?
Hey, I mean, when you got it, you got to talk about it, or people won't know you got it.
Yeah, as soon as like I saw it, I was like, this freaking speaks to me, you know?
It looks a little bit like the Swedish flag, except black instead of blue.
Shut
No,
up.
I'm sorry, not Swedish, Finnish. The Finland. The one
That's
from
right.
Finland.
I was kind of thinking like a little bit of Norway. Oh my God. Totally on that same track.
Maybe I don't know which Scandinavian country it is, but I know it's Scandinavian nonetheless.
We like see eye to eye, you know?
I suppose so. Yeah, we're both looking at each other through these cameras, and in so doing, we're looking directly into each other's eyes a little bit.
I feel like we're like totally connecting, you know?
Yeah, except for the fact that you still haven't like told me anything true about you yet. I don't think.
What?
Well, because it's just like you refuse to answer me about where you know Richard Branson, and I'm thinking, well, maybe she don't really know Richard Branson. Maybe she's out here trying to front in some way.
Talking about, I know Richard Branson. I'm on this island. How else would I be on this island if I didn't know? You know?
So that's true, except there's this other possibility where like maybe you're not actually on an island and you're just lying to me.
Oh my God, that's so silly. I just kind of like forget, you know, I like meet so many people. Those are just like little itty bitty details that like, you know, I just like don't pay attention to.
Listen, I want to believe you. I want everything you've ever told me to be true. If you could just tell me how you met Richard Branson, I swear to God, I'll believe you.
Oh God, it must have been like forever ago. Was it at the Ralph Lauren party or was it, ooh, it could have been at the Vanity Fair party for the Oscars in 2008.
Okay, you know I'm not gonna be able to suss out what's true or not. I don't live in them worlds, so I guess I'll have to let you go on that front. Now I do have a question for you in the chat here, which is that one guy Connor something who is not a stoner we learned last week says, Miss Amex, I really want to continue studying SQL, structured query language, which is SQL, but I'm really bad at studying at home, and it's not like I can go to the coffee shop. Any suggestions?
Oh my God. Honestly, I love the fact that this person is wanting to just take their career in like the positive trajectory. I feel like I was like that at some point, like in my life where I felt like I was just like in the rut. But you know what? When I went and I've just like looked at, you know, the Walton family or the Ortega family, and we went yachting off the coast of Mediterranean. I was just like in the Mediterranean. We were like,
Man.
oh my God, I feel inspired. And that's exactly how I'm feeling when I'm with you, Les. Like I feel totally inspired. Like,
can I tell you something? You're the only person who's ever called me Les.
Really?
Yeah. For the most part, people just call me Lester. Or who's that guy?
Les, we're like freaking family, all right? I feel like you are my brother.
That's so bold because we've talked twice.
I know, but I feel it, you know? It's like when you're like connected, you're just stare into each other's soul. I feel like I can trust you. And,
wow.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if there's anything that you need somebody you trust with, to you know, if there's anything I can do to let you take it. How am I trying to phrase this? I'm not saying I want to take advantage of your trust. I'm saying if you need to take advantage of my trust, I got you.
I would never take advantage of you.
Oh, no, that's not. Yeah, see, that's why I knew I was phrasing it wrong. I'm just saying if you need somebody to trust with something, I got you.
Oh my God, that's like so freaking sweet. I feel like if anything, because of the way that, you know, you're so articulate and how much you like inspire me and you want me, like it makes me want to trust more people and let people in.
Okay.
I would love for you to like speak at my foundation.
You have a health foundation?
Yes. Oh my God. Oh God. So dumb. Oh, it's like really, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I have to get over it. But it's the Anastasia Amex Foundation.
Oh, is that how you're supposed to pronounce your name? I thought it was Anastasia Amex.
Nope, Amex. That's
sorry. Okay, so the Anastasia Amex Foundation. What does it do? What's it for?
Oh my God, it's one of those things where I was like inspired and I've like always dreamed and I've always been told no my entire life. And so when I started this foundation, I was like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to allow people to dream,
Okay.
and I want people to be able to be inspired, which is why I feel like you would be perfect as like a speaker.
Yeah, no, I'd love to, but what would I be speaking in support of? Like, is you giving money to poor people? Is you paying for people's colleges, or what's happening?
Baby steps, baby steps. But you know what? I feel like my hopes is, God, um, there's like I know a realtor in like the Beverly Hills area, and like they have a really cute little space opened up on like Bev and like Third and stuff. And honestly, I feel like it would be perfect for my foundation. And so that's
Okay.
like the hope is that we will have like a space where people can come and feel inspired. I freaking love art, obviously.
Yeah, the finished flag. Now,
Yeah,
okay, I gotta cut you off there. I'm sorry to do this. I don't usually try to speak over my guests, but I gotta ask you. It seems like what you're talking about is a foundation that doesn't actually do anything, and you just want to have a space for it. And then I don't understand what the situation. Like, who are you benefiting? Who benefits from the Anastasia Slaps Foundation?
I want for like other people who had like the same experience as me, like I want to
Rich
empower.
people.
What? Well, no, it's just more of like people don't expect anything from me, and I feel like this way I empower others, and other people also feel empowered that don't feel like they have it.
Wow. Well, that is a lofty goal, and I hope you achieve it. I don't quite understand any of the details of it, but I like the broad generalizations that you're making. I'll say that. Now, I do have a question for you coming in the chat here. Adam R. Mack wants to know, where'd you get your sunglasses?
Oh my God, I don't remember if this is like, I think it was like Burning Man.
Yeah, you're not going to remember probably.
Oh God, or it was like Coachella, I think. It might have been when I was like at backstage. It was like that. So I'm like, well, I hate this. I hate name dropping, but I'm friends with Lady Gaga, and she was filming on this like little indie movie called The Star Is Born, and she was filming her scene at Coachella, and so I was just backstage, and then she just
Whoa.
into me.
That's so cool. Then Lady Gaga's glasses, man, I wish I believed you so I could enjoy that story. That's amazing.
Oh my God. I love the fact that you don't believe me because you know what? I believe you.
Oh, well, everything I've ever said is true, so you should.
Les, I'm just curious, like how confident are you in yourself? Because
How confident?
I feel like you are so like you like ooze confidence, and all of your interviews are always about everybody else and it's not about you.
Yeah. I mean, well, I do the first little bit of the show just about me, and then oftentimes I will interject things about myself during the interviews. But you're right. I do focus a lot on the other guests because they've taken the time out of their day to come on to my show and tell my listeners and my viewers what's up, which is very kind of them. But how do I feel about myself? I mean, yeah, I am a very confident person. I feel very set in my ways. I ain't coming out of this bunker until there's no more COVIDs out there. And even then, I'm probably going to want to stay down here because, gosh, there could be another apocalypse right around the corner. You don't know.
Yes.
Which is why I gotta get the recipe and all the necessary ingredients to Popeye's Louisiana chicken drip, or we're never gonna have them in the future. Now, Anastasia Amex, I want to say thank you again for being on the show. We do have to move on to our next guest, but would you mind staying on the line? And if you have any questions for our next guests, feel free to ask them.
Of course. Oh my God. And thank you honestly so much, Les. I feel so much trust in you. I totally want to do a business with you. I feel like we can do it together.
Well, I don't do a whole lot of business. That's generally not my thing anymore. I'm more focused on making sure that I'll never experience anything as devastating as Hurricane Katrina. Now, I do have a question coming to me from my publicist at Ezra Partia via via him, but originally from, it's from you at Anastasia Amex _foundation on Instagram. And you wanted to know how I press my jacket, which I don't actually. I keep it. I just wear it all day, every day, so it's always ready to go.
I freaking love it. Oh my God, we should sell it.
No, I don't want to sell it. I wear it every day.
No, I mean, like, not that specific one, but I feel like that design would freaking kill.
Yeah, it's a Levi's brand. I think it does pretty well, probably.
Oh my God, I know a manufacturer in China. I know right now is kind of iffy, but I know like a great deal. Honestly, for for 20,000,
I don't think I'm gonna throw any money in that direction. Thank you very much, Anastasia Slaps. We do have to get to our next guest. Our next guest is somebody who, as you may have guessed, I met while I was wandering around at an open mic, of course. He is your grandpa. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello.
Hey, good to see you, my man.
Hey. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I hear you just fine. You hearing me okay there?
I hear you just fine.
Great. Well, thank you for being on the show. You told me you responded to my email saying you'd love to tell my viewers how you surviving in all these COVID's worlds.
Yes, and listen, like all of us, I'm sure, Lester, we talked behind the scenes about this. I'm sick of the government limiting our physical freedoms.
Oh, now, when you told me that, I thought it was a joke. I even laughed a little bit.
No. I'm sick of it.
Well, if you go outside, you're definitely going to get COVIDs and die. You're an old man.
In protest, I've been fucking and sucking my way across America.
Excuse me?
As we all are, I'm sick of the government limiting our physical freedoms, as we talked about at length before the show.
It was a brief length, but yeah, go on.
And then, two, I'm fucking and sucking my way across America in protest.
Wow, I did not. Okay, you told me that you was going around America, and I didn't quite understand that you was fucking and sucking the way around there. Now,
yes, the only way to get around these days.
Wow. Well, Grandpa, I mean, you're not my actual grandpa, but I'm just going to call you Grandpa because saying your grandpa feels a little difficult. Grandpa, are you saying that you participating in a lot of different sexual acts in order to get yourself from place to place?
I'll do anything to anyone for any amount of money. That's my thing.
Okay, all right. Well, I imagine that's led you to some, honestly, probably to some really shitty situations. I mean, that sounds dangerous to me.
A man in Texas paid me $500 for a kiss.
Are you covering your microphone with your thumb right now?
Uh-oh, am I?
Yeah, you were.
Wow. I said a man in Texas paid me $500 for a kiss.
Oh, well, that's okay. I mean,
then a teen in Oklahoma paid me 5 pennies to carve a portrait into my butthole.
I don't want to know what that means at all.
I couldn't sit down for 7 days.
Okay, that's awful. Grandpa, yes. I don't think that that's a very healthy way to handle this quarantine situation. Are you out there trying to get COVIDs?
Am I? I don't know. I've been in the hospital multiple times with a terrible flu.
Yeah, I would think so. Honestly, I'm very surprised that you are not dead, considering you've been touching a lot of people, and it sounds like you have coronavirus.
Whatever. Listen, I'm sick and tired of the government, as we talked about before the call, limiting our physical freedoms.
Okay, look, our conversation before the call was extremely brief, and I mean in real life it was extremely brief, and I did not know what was happening today. So that is what it is. But let's see. Where was your life like before?
Cash only, by the way. No Venmo, no credit card. I don't trust them.
Grandpa, I'm not
cold
buying
hard cash, and also, and this is important, no masks. They're not sexy.
Okay, Grandpa, I'm not interested in any kind of sexual relationship with you.
I can't get off if you're wearing a mask.
hey, me neither. And also, I'm not trying to do that. So it's all good.
Yes. Well, if I can come to your bunker if you'd like and do anything, and you can do anything to me for any amount of money. I know we both agree on the government thing. Grandpa. So we kind of got a base trust.
Look, I heard very little about what you was going to be doing on the show today, and I didn't expect it to be this. And honestly, I should have. But I will say, I didn't know how much the government thing was going to come back up. Now, I do have a question for you in the chat. That one guy or something wants to know, Gramps, before the pandemic, what was the worst government infringement of personal rights you ever witnessed?
I think everything before now was good.
Oh yeah, okay. So you was pro-government prior to quarantine.
Pro-government, and then they said, "Stay inside, don't fuck strangers."
Oh,
and I said, what?
So pre-quarantine, you was doing a lot of intercourse and action as well.
Yes.
I see.
That's
Were you in a retirement home? I hear that there's a lot of sexual intercourse in those situations.
No.
Okay. All right. What were you living like? Are you living with family?
Oh, I live with whoever lets me. A lot of times I pay my rent with my mouth, if you know what I mean.
With words?
Or my hands, or my dick, or butthole.
Okay, yeah, no, I knew what you meant. I shouldn't have left that open. Well, fair enough, Grandpa. I mean, look, you gotta do what you gotta do. Some people live in those situations where they're forced into. Some people choose it, and hey, you do what you do. I'm not going to judge you, but
I'm also here to look for clients. Listen, I'm doing this as a protest, but I'm also trying to make a quick buck.
Okay.
Yes, make that money.
Yes.
Well, maybe the two of you have something that you could work together on. It sounds like Anastasia is more into it than me.
Honestly, Grandpa, you look so familiar. I can't.
Thank you. You could have. Maybe you saw me sucking someone under a bridge.
Was it? Oh God, was it the Brooklyn Bridge? Was that
Brooklyn Bridge? Sure.
Oh, the 5 Bridge. God, I can't remember.
You spend a lot of time in New York, Grandpa?
I'm from New York City, the Big Apple. But right now I'm in Los Angeles, California.
You made the trek all the way across the country, huh?
Yes, I thought I would try to audition for some commercials.
Oh, how did that go?
No one would let me inside.
Yeah, you a lot of them commercially audition places, you got to have either an agent or a union contract of some kind.
Yes, most of them were closed.
Oh, because it was like in the last month or week or so?
I used CAA as my headquarters for a month.
Wow, that's a big old building, if I remember correctly. I'm not from Los Angeles. I'm from Louisiana. It's okay. So you got yourself into the CAA building. What was that like?
It was empty.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, given that everybody's supposed to be.
And then I would invite someone over that I talked to online, like you, and they agreed with my political beliefs, like you, Lester. And then I would bring them up, and I would say, first, set the price. Usually it's very low. And then I would say, do your worst.
Well, hey, fair enough. As I say, you live how you live. That's crazy. Now, in the chat, Godsey and Burns says, Gramps seems like he needs love. Gramps, are you somebody who's missing a little bit of a familial love in your life?
Yes, I'm very lonely.
Well, what's up with you?
Sure, when I'm sucking and fucking, I feel fulfilled. But once someone has had their fill, they throw me away like a used condom full of jizz.
Oh, well, Gramps, hey, that's awful. Now, I may not agree with your political views or love all the things that you've been saying.
Well, we had a long conversation right before.
No, it was very, very short. Now, I didn't agree with you, but I don't think of you as just a used condom. You know, you're a human being.
Oh.
I hope you're doing okay.
You think of me as a wrapped condom.
Well, no, as a human being.
Ready to be filled.
Well, no, and also a wrapped condom is not ready to be filled. You got to unwrap it first. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, semantics.
Exactly. Now I do have a comment for you, which is not necessarily a question, but somebody in the chat appreciates you. That one guy commented something, says Gramps is refreshingly honest. Do you feel that?
Thank you. This government is limiting our freedom, and we should be fucking and sucking who we want to.
Gramps, how does your, do you have any, you are your grandpa. Is there a your grandma in the situation at all?
Your grandpa is my fuck name.
Oh, okay. So he's not actually somebody's grandpa.
My real name is Lester Pipps.
No, that's my name. Yo, grandpa, don't be stealing.
I'm a joker too.
I'm not. This is not a comedy show, but I hear you.
Oh, yeah, good. It's not funny at all.
Yeah, I'm worried about that too. But your grandpa, there's no your grandma. There's no family in your life.
There's a young woman on my bed right now.
Oh, wow. Well,
or I should say it's her bed. It's my latest client.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
I don't own a thing.
Okay. Well, hey, you know, that's a lifestyle. So she's somebody you, boy, I don't know if I want details on a prostitution situation because that's illegal, but I do want to know
yes.
How you met.
How I met? Where did we meet? Hey, she's watching YouTube with headphones on. I
suppose she's busy and we don't need to disturb her. That's okay.
We met under a bridge.
Was it the Brooklyn Bridge?
No, I'm in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what bridge it was. I was fucked up at the time.
Yeah,
uppers
that sounds
and
about right.
downers.
I had a feeling you might be one of the people who's also using drugs, but I didn't want to get into that too detailed. Now, listen, Grandpa.
I only use them for fun. No chemical dependency here.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that at the very least. Now, Grandpa, we do have to move on to our next guest. Before we do, I have a question coming to me from at Scanned Life via my publicist at Ezra Partia, who wants to know if I have been or ever will be arrested. Well, that's an interesting question. Now, we have established...
I've been arrested many times.
Oh, was this question...
Mostly for prostitution.
Yeah, that tracks. So this question was...
But I disagree. I say I'm providing a service.
Yeah. And what did the police say?
They say, shut up. And then sometimes I say, I'll do anything and I can get away.
Wow. Well, hey.
Police are very corrupt.
You know, I've heard that. In my experience, the one time I accidentally manslaughtered a man by running him over with a car, I did go to jail for a little while. So I didn't get any advantage of corruption on that one. But that's just me. Seems like I should have, well, I don't know about should have, but I could have offered a little bit of a fucking suck and then I would have maybe got out of it. But that's not my style, that's yours.
That's my style.
And I wouldn't take
But at least we agree that the government should stop telling us to not go outside.
That is 100% the opposite of my belief. I believe everybody should be inside of a bunker and they should make sure they secure the recipe and all necessary ingredients. And Popeye's Louisiana spicy chicken strips. Before they do, send it to me. Then we can make sure there's spicy chicken strips in the future.
If you want, you can give me 25 cents and I'll put one inside me for your pleasure. You can jerk off in the corner.
No, thank you, Grandpa. Now, we do need to move on to our next guest. So, Grandpa,
I'm 87, but I'll do it all.
No. I'm gonna have to mute you for me. Okay, my next guest is somebody who I met at one point when I was touring the Midwest. Now I don't remember exactly which city, but I'm sure she'll remind us. Jeannie Wurfel. Jeannie, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, gosh darn toasty posties, that surprised me. Hello, Lester.
Oh, gosh darn toasty posties. Now, what does that mean?
Oh, just gosh darn, I'm kind of nervous to be here. You look really handsome, like more handsome than I remembered you to be.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Much, yeah, I'm just gonna have a little closer. Ooh.
I don't know how effective those binoculars are on a Zoom call, but I suppose you probably got a closer view of what's reflected in my sunglasses.
Yeah. So, anyway, Lester, it's really good to see you, don't you know?
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Now, if I remember correctly, we met outside of a comedy club in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think I saw you walking past and I just saw your big hunk of manness and I just thought, wow, he's cute. Wonder if he's single.
Oh, I'm not. I'm a happily married man to a woman who won't let me back inside the house.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound too good for you, does it now?
Listen, I'm happily married. She's unhappily married. Currently, we're separated.
Okay, so that means you are single.
Well,
I have a cat.
You do? Okay.
Yeah. See, his name is Ivan, and I wear him around my neck because I love him. Don't you know? He's really special to me. I keep him right close to my heart.
Oh, that's nice.
You like cats?
You know, I have not had a cat personally, but I'm not opposed to them. There's a lot of cats that roam around New Orleans, and I have not run them over by foot or car. And in fact, I'm not really sure why I pointed out that, but I've never killed a cat.
No, but that's good. It means that you've got a big heart, Lester.
I suppose so. Yeah. Now I couldn't quite see that cat pendant. Is that a picture of a real live cat, or is that?
No, it's real. He's real.
Oh,
for gosh sakes! Why would I have a dead cat around my neck? That would be so silly.
I thought it was like a jewelry type of cat.
No, it's not. It's not like a piece of. No, it's just a picture of the real cat.
Oh, it's a picture. Okay.
Don't you know? Yeah, gosh darn.
Oh, Jeannie might be off the rocker she's sitting on. She might be thinking there's a real life cat on her necklace.
No. So Lester, I know you like your chicken strips, but I was just wondering, like, I don't know, if you and I were to, like, I don't know, if you just couldn't get back in the house, and so you were like, well, I'm lonely, and I sure would like to visit my friend Jeannie Wurfel. And I was like, yeah, you should come visit me. Would you be opposed to eating chicken fried possum, maybe?
Chicken fried possum? Now,
Mm-hmm.
well, I never had that before.
Yeah,
I'm not a conversation.
I shoot them myself. Don't you
a
know?
possum hunter?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Is that difficult? I never. Now, there's there's possums around Louisiana, but I never interact with them directly. Is you having a hard time out there hunting them down?
Oh no, there's plenty of possum. I'm having a hard time because I don't have anyone to share them with, Lester. This damn apocalypse. It makes me feel so lonely, don't you know?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, you was alone. It looks like you are in a bunker of some kind. Now, there's a big silver door behind you.
Yeah, I don't much believe in it though. I think it's all just a hoax. But you know, just in case, I guess it's okay. No, I think it's like a big conspiracy to keep me away from somebody that might love me.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think that that's true, but I am sorry to hear that you feel like you are being kept apart from somebody who might love you. Who is that?
Well, you called me, didn't you, silly?
Oh, you mean me? Oh, no, Jeannie. Listen, I'm not one to break a woman's heart because I will never leave my wife. Now like we've said, she has asked me to, but I won't. I'm gonna live in her backyard in the bunker for the rest of my life because you know, Charlene Davis, best thing ever happened to me.
Okay, well, it's just sad. You're alone. I'm alone, and I have so many possums. So many to share with somebody who wants to share the possums with me, who's not afraid to come in my bunker with me. You know, I don't have COVID. I don't believe there is COVID.
Okay,
Go for it, Lester.
Well, Grandpa, now this seems more like your kind of deal than my kind of deal. Because look, like I've said, look, I don't want to be a broken record, but I'll say it every week if I have to. I ain't leaving my wife.
Okay.
Now that one guy commented something. First, he had 3 comments. The first one was, Miss Wurfel, what's the best meal to cook on a cold day? Then you answered it before I even told you he asked it. He said,
warm possum is really good, yeah.
Yeah, and then he asked, maybe you and Gramps would be a good match since you both distrust the government.
No, I kind of like a man that's like you, Lester. You know, kind of like a real man, like just a big hunk of manhood that's just manly, don't you know? Yeah. Gosh,
my relationships are paid only, no love stuff.
Okay.
Oh, okay, Grandpa. Well, I guess that answers that. There's no possibility of that.
No.
Well, that's
Lester.
Jeannie. Look, boy, you're in Minneapolis now, right?
Yeah.
And you was in.
Well, I'm in the outskirts and kind of like a wild, different place. But I would give you the exact location if you wanted it.
Well, listen. I don't want anybody who's.
Let's go to her.
Anastasia, listen. This isn't how this works, okay? I can't leave the bunker. If I leave the bunker, then anything could happen, you know.
Do it, Lester. We all want you to.
Do it. You'd be an idiot if you didn't.
Well, okay.
Gosh, that's so sweet. That's so darn sweet of them to want to make love blossom in the apocalypse.
Look, it's not that I don't think you're cool. It's not that I don't have any love for you. It's just that, oh man, even people in the chat are saying I gotta go for it, but they don't understand. They don't understand the love between a man and his estranged wife. Okay, I mean, me and Charlene have been through so much, right? We have a son together. He's up in the house right now.
How old is your son, Lester?
Bubba is a 7-year-old boy, and I should.
Oh no! Gosh, no! I'm not a pedophile. No, gosh, no.
Oh no! I was not trying to set you up with my son.
Oh no! Yeah, no. Gosh, no. That's not what I like. I like a real man, and you're kind of a real man, Lester, in your bunker. And I don't want you to be afraid of the COVID, because I just think like Mr. Trump says, who's also a lovely, handsome man.
Oh no!
I think that it's all fine, and we should all just go back to our lives. And if your wife won't let you inside, well, gosh darn, Lester, that's awfully sad for you. Gosh.
Listen, there's a couple of things that you just said that have me very concerned. Because number one, you said you wanted me to listen to Trump, and number two, you said that Trump thinks everything's fine. Trump doesn't think everything's fine. He's not that crazy. He's seeing it's bad, but not as bad as it actually could. Look. There's a lot of suggestions flying around here. Okay.
Oh dear, chat, what are they saying?
What?
What are they saying?
Well, in the chat, Ella Francis. Oh, Ella Francis. We've gotten a question from her before. Says, Lester, if there was a time to leave the bunker, it's for Jeannie. Well, okay, but that's the thing, though. There is not a time to leave the bunker. There isn't. We gotta stay in here if we're gonna stay in the future, you know. And that's the life that I'm living, and that's the way that I'm living. Now, I also have a Scanned Life says, please, Lester, just do it. Oh, Scanned Life. That's funny. That's the guy who looks exactly like Gramps on Instagram. That's funny. And then the Stone. I still think it says Stone, but it's that one guy, Connor something, says, could she come to my bunker? And pick up some Popeyes along the way. Well, now that, I mean, if you picked up, Jeannie, I'll make a deal with you.
Okay. Oh, okay, Lester. Any deal you want. Anything.
If you can get me the recipe and all necessary ingredients to Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Spicy Chicken Strip, I'll let you in the bunker. We can figure it out from there.
Oh. Okay, Lester. It's not a problem for me. I can do that. I can do it. I have a gun. I'm very persuasive when I want to be, don't you know?
Well, now, my one experience in jail after that manslaughter told me I don't want to go back. So I'm not going to say, please kill somebody in favor of getting me the recipe.
Oh, gosh,
I will say, go ahead and give me that recipe however you need to.
No, gosh, no, I wouldn't kill anybody. I'd just scare them is all. No, gosh, no, I don't need to do that. I only kill possums and rats and ex-boyfriends who are awfully mean to me. But nobody else, Lester, nobody else. Oh, gosh, no. Gosh darn, posties, never a person like that didn't actually wrong me, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say that you've killed an ex-boyfriend?
Oh, gosh, no. Maybe. No. Gosh darn, you know.
Jeannie.
It just gets my head out. What?
Did you kill your ex-boyfriend?
No, Lester, it was an accident.
Was it?
You look so darn much like a possum, don't you know?
Oh, was you dating a possum? Jeannie, was you dating a possum?
No, no. Oh gosh, he just did. It was an accident. Look, I'm a free woman, so if the glove don't fit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no. But no, Lester.
Was it OJ? Were you dating OJ?
Gosh, no. Gosh.
Oh no, he's alive. That doesn't make sense.
Oh gosh, no. No, but I could get you the recipe, and I think that you would find that it's much better in the apocalypse when you have company and not kicked out of your wife's house. don't you know?
I suppose that's true. I have been holding out hope that we'd get back together, but I suppose when she came on the show and said we would never get back together, I should probably have taken that as a sign that maybe we won't.
Well, you know, Lester, it's a pretty big sign. And I'm just here in my bunker, and I really feel that a woman needs a man, don't you know? And you're quite the man.
Well,
you know?
I like hearing that. I mean,
Yeah, no, gosh, yes. Gosh, yes. Oh, gosh, you're so gosh darn handsome, don't you know? And I'll get you that recipe. I'm very resourceful. Very.
All right, well, hey, if you make it back, if you make it to the bunker, recipe in hand, we can talk about it. But I do want to say, probably wait till after all them COVIDs is dried up, because
no, they're gone. Oh gosh, they're gone. No
they
COVID.
are very, very much not. Now, I do have a question coming to me from my publicist at Ezra Partier. He sent me a question that came from at Julie Phillips Stein on Instagram. Oh, that's interesting. Julie asked exactly what you asked. Would I be willing to eat opossum chicken nuggets instead of Popeyes?
That's right.
Wow. What?
Would you?
What?
Would you?
Would I? Well, I would. Like I said, I'd be willing to give them a try. To Julie, to you, Jeannie, I'd be willing to give them a try. But I guarantee you right now, there's no chance they better than them delicious, tasty Popeyes 3G chicken spicy chicken thrill.
You don't know until you've tried them.
That is true.
Lester. It's a nice name, you know. Lester.
What?
Lester.
Oh, it's a nice name. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
no,
you very much.
I'm just trying it out for size. You know, Jeannie Wurfel Pipps. Jeannie Wurfel Pipps.
Well, now let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'd have to go through a whole divorce situation.
No, gosh, no. I'm just messing around with you, Les. No, don't you worry about that. No.
Okay, well, if everybody could come back on now, we got a question for the group. Actually, we got a question for you specifically, real quick first. Jeannie, everybody come on, but Jeannie, at Scanned Life would like to know what kind of metal room are you in?
Oh, it's just like a shed. It's a metal shed. What it is. It's where I keep the weaponry and the tools for the garden, of course. Yeah.
That makes sense. She's out in a garden shed full of weapons. That's
right.
I've invited you to my place and you got a garden shed full of weapons. This seems like a mistake. But if everybody could, real quick, we're going to go around one by one, starting with Anastasia. If you could, listen, if you had only one thing you could tell folks about how they're going to make themselves either survive an apocalypse or feel okay in quarantine, what would that be?
I'm going to get to that in 1 second, but Les, I feel like you need to follow your heart. And I happen to know like Mr. Popeye, and if I can get you that recipe, will you go to Jeanne?
Wow. Okay. If either of you gets the recipe to me, I will go on a date with Jeannie. Sorry, Jeannie. She said it wrong, so then I said it wrong, but I knew it.
I will say that I will totally get you that recipe. Also, if you are totally into that idea of starting the whole jacket line, honestly,
this is a jacket I bought at a store. Okay, this jacket line's already out there. I can't start a line. This is a Levi's jacket.
Yeah, but you've like
I got it at a Costco.
You know, but for $25,000, we just start off there. Totally get this thing off the ground.
Wow. Okay. So I guess you have no advice for other people other than trying to get money for yourself. Fair enough. Your grandpa, anything, I think I know what it's going to be, but anything you want to tell folks about how they're going to either survive an apocalypse? Or
First of all, don't let the government infringe on our freedoms. I know you agree with me, Lester. And second of all, come to a bridge and pay me any amount of money. I'll do anything.
And I knew you were going to say that too.
And right, Lester, go for it. It's too late for my old withered heart, but you should have love in your life, not your stupid, dumb wife who hates you.
Okay, well, hate's a strong word. She don't hate me. She just wants me to stop focusing on surviving an apocalypse and start focusing on her and our son, which, to be fair, she's wrong about. Jeannie, anything you'd like to add for folks?
I would. Lester, I think to survive in an apocalypse, you need love. And a gun.
Oh, okay. That seems like that's like one of them signs that people hang up in their like you know, like a live, laugh, love, but like
No,
love and a gun.
just so if you need food and to keep someone with you, it's important to have weaponry. But otherwise, you just need love. That's all. Just
It's the
someone
to keep
to
someone
hug.
with you part that makes me so nervous. But I did agree. If either of you can get me that recipe, I'll go on a date with Jeannie. Now,
Just a hug. Just a hug.
just a hug. That's all you want? Wow, that's easy. But yeah, for the recipe, we'll figure it out. Now, it's time for me to say the thing that I say at the end of every show, which is listen, if you's watching, if you's listening, thank you so much for doing that. If you's on the show, thank you so much for being here. And thank you to the Pack Theater for hosting this stream. I know there's a comedy theater, but they're doing the world a favor putting out these apocalypse tips. So if you have any cash on hand, if you got anything you want to spare, Anastasia, I'm guessing you have a little bit of cash to spare, but probably aren't going to do it. You can donate that to Pack-Theater on Venmo at Pack-Theater. Support that theater.
Honestly, if the Pack Theater and the foundation, we would love to do a collaboration together. I think
I don't know what that would be because I don't know what the foundation is, but fair
I
enough.
will fucking suck someone for free for the Pack Theater.
Okay, that I don't know how that would benefit the Pack Theater, but I guess I appreciate the sentiment on their behalf. Now, it's time for me to say goodbye, which is what we do at the end of the show. So, hey, stay good out there. Goodbye.